Hello there, and here we are on day 137 in the Old Testament, and we go to the second half and finish the beautiful little book of Ruth. And uh, 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 it begins with, well, you've read it really, with a whole load of cultural things that happen. That Naomi says to Ruth to go and sit by the feet of Boaz as he's asleep, and all of that. We won't bother with that because they're cultural things from a different place and a different age. But basically, the heart of the story is Ruth, who loved her mother-in-law Naomi, and said, where you go, I'll go, where you stay, I'll stay, where you die, I'll die. Your God will be my God, who was loyal and kind to her mother-in-law. She gets the payback so wonderfully. Boaz becomes her kinsman redeemer. And in the tradition of Israel, in the law of Israel, a kinsman redeemer had to be a close relative. And who would be, that's what kinsman means, relative, who, if your close relative came upon hard times, maybe was struggling financially, maybe had been victimized or something like that, you could redeem their debt for them. You would look after them. You would vindicate them. You would do justice for them. And he played that role for Naomi, who was his kinsman, and he married Ruth. And then Ruth with Boaz have a son who becomes Naomi's grandson, and Naomi, who said, don't call me Naomi anymore, call me bitter, because my life is bitter. At the end of this story, she is holding her grandson, her honorary grandson, and Ruth, who is a foreigner in Israel. I love this bit. She was a Moabite. Her obedience, her love, her care, her kindness resulted in her having a son who was the great grandfather, if you like, of King David, and who was an ancestor of Jesus. Ruth gets into Jesus' genealogy, into his family tree, a foreigner who loved and therefore received back love in return. Great story, great moral, great teaching. See you soon.